So SmackDown definitely had some highlights like Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade and Logan Paul destroying LA Knight on the microphone. He said, "You are a gym bro with a spray tan and a catchphrase pretending to be The Rock." Okay, so I hate giving Logan Paul praise, but man is spitting. But in general, I feel like this SmackDown needed something different for Cody versus Solo Sikoa. Why are we watching the same segment every week? Why is Cody getting beaten in every single rivalry? I get it, you wanna make people root for the babyface, but I feel like at a certain point, he needs to look a bit more badass, and this spot with AJ Styles definitely did that for me. I honestly want more of this. I also don't understand the point of dragging this story. Sure, they're still building this, they build it in the main event, but it also felt like, yeah, we're gonna take a little break from building this for the sake of setting up the main event spot. All I'm saying is it kinda makes Theory look a bit dumb at this point. I mean, realistically, millions of people are watching this being like, Theory, you do realize he pushed you towards your opponent like 5 times already? Don't you get it? Don't you get it, Austin? Is it just a bunch of nitpicking? Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, I still enjoyed SmackDown. I think it was a pretty solid show. Not as strong as the past few SmackDowns, but still quite enjoyed it. Nitpicking is kinda the, point of a review. So people, let's talk about SmackDown, but before that, a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Wrestling GM, where you can actually prove that you can book it better. Wrestling GM is the best wrestling simulation game in the world. The only game where you can be a business owner, TV show writer, and universe creator at the same time. Pick who fights, who becomes champion, manage each wrestler's career, write your own storylines and feuds, and even create your own wrestlers and companies. Find out why 250k plus players continually keep playing Wrestling GM. The game is very deep and the opportunities to play it are endless. It is the perfect mix of creativity and strategy. You can control and create all the outcomes within the game. I also played this game before on my channel. The playlist of Wrestling GM series is in the description below. Wrestling GM is available on all iOS and Android devices, and there's a link to download the game in the description below. Welcome back to another episode of Greatness of SmackDown. How are you guys doing today? Like, subscribe, all of that stuff. Let's talk about SmackDown. So the show kicks off with Cody Rhodes. Cody gives Randy Orton a lot of praise. He says Randy is his friend and was even his mentor. He felt guilty watching Bloodline beating up Randy Orton. But talking about guilt is not something Randy would be talking about right now. So obviously, this is even more personal now. And I absolutely love the fact that they're going all in with this. Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes used to be teammates. Randy Orton created this faction known Legacy, which had Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and of course Ted DiBiase Jr. I love the fact they're mentioning this because eventually once we get Randy versus Cody, it's going to hit a lot harder. Waller and Theory came out. They blamed Cody for everything that happened to Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, but in my opinion, this kind of felt forced. It almost felt like it had no business being there. The delivery wasn't bad. I mean, I still enjoyed the match and all. I do feel like it was a little forced. I wish they would focus more on their actual relationship and them losing the tag team championships and not them just talking shit to Cody for whatever reason. Backstage, Cody says he wants to face them both tonight, and Aldis says he needs a tag team partner, so Cody has to find one by the end of the night. Which we all know it was Kevin Owens, and you might say, well, that's not a surprise. They've been teaming up for like a month now, but you gotta understand, Kevin Owens took a break because, his mother was in the hospital, so it was a pretty big deal. And most importantly, Kevin Owens is great. Solo sends Cody a message and addresses the mystery partner. If you are with Cody, you are against him, his family, the bloodline, and the tribal chief, which is, I guess, Solo. Bro still thinks he's him. Bro is still delusional. Brother thinks he's the tribal chief while the entire internet is talking about how Solo has zero aura, which I don't agree with, but I mean, take a look at this shot and tell me which one of these has the most aura. Dude, Jacob Fatu, out of the new guys, I'm so impressed with Jacob. I'm so impressed with Braun Breaker. Just so fun watching these guys, man. We got Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes, which was great. I mean, we got This Is Awesome chance. Very fast-paced, kind of an indie match, shit you would see in AEW. But I enjoyed it because we don't get too many of these. So once we get them, it feels more special and you actually remember it. It's also one of these matches where you don't really know who needs the victory more. Andrade won the match, by the way, but I'm not too concerned about Carmelo Hayes losing. He's still the future of the WWE. He's still young, fresh, so He's gonna get his moment eventually. We got Belair versus Chelsea Green, which was actually a pretty short match in which Bianca Belair won. Obviously, this is all about the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, but the Tag Team Champs don't feel like giving them the title match. What I like about it the most is the introduction of Chelsea Green and Piper Niven into this picture. I know they're not even the focal point, but at least lately the Women's Tag Team Championships mean something, which is something we all complained about. Let's talk about the contract signing. I really love this segment. You can tell how much fun they're having working together. As a matter of fact, Logan Paul actually talked about wanting to work with LA Knight a long ass time ago. Even before WrestleMania with Seth Rollins, I believe that one. LA Knight said, every time we interacted, I owned you. Of course, the main point of the segment was Logan Paul doesn't want to give LA Knight a title shot. He feels like LA Knight is below him and has nothing to offer. Saying things like, you're acting all tough, you never even won a championship in the WWE, I'm wasting my time, you don't deserve the title shot. Logan was spitting though, saying things like, you are a gym bro with a spray tan and a catchphrase pretending to be The Rock, which is nothing new, and that's exactly what LA Knight said. But it still works, and I gotta tell you, this was possibly the best Logan Paul promo in the WWE. LA Knight is known as a great promo in wrestling, right? And I think he kinda got owned by Logan Paul in this one, which is crazy to say. I love LA Knight, but some strong work right here. Knight says, Logan talks about frauds. He says Logan is a fraud by pretending to be the United States champion. Meanwhile, he won't sign a contract. LA Knight says Logan's brother is willing to jump in the ring with Mike Tyson, but Logan doesn't have the balls to jump in the ring with him, and balls must not run in the family. That triggered Logan Paul to sign the contract. Balls. Man, it always comes down to the balls. It's always about the balls. Logan tried to be sneaky and we got a little fight. Oh, and next week we're getting LA Knight versus Santos Escobar, which is a great way to build LA Knight before their SummerSlam match. So I absolutely love this. No matter how much I can't stand Logan Paul as a person, we all know what he did, all the scams. It's so recent, by the way, but... And that's something I don't understand. Like, you're so successful, you got everything, right? And you still, for whatever fucking reason, find reasons to scam people and make even more money, whatever. Maybe that's why he's successful. It's crazy shit. But you can't deny the man is talented. He was born to do shit like this. So at the end of the day, we're talking about talent right here and what they do in the ring. So Logan is great in that sense. Tiffany Stratton versus Michin was a lot of fun. The match itself wasn't half that bad, and I love what WWE did right here. Bayley distracted Tiffany Stratton by beating up the briefcase, so Michin won. So I guess what that means, ladies and gentlemen, pink briefcase. We all knew it's kind of happening even before she won the briefcase, but I like it in a way, but it also tells me, oh my god, this is gonna be long. We're gonna be watching this for a very long time, and I guess the ideal scenario is, again, Nia Jax winning the title. I think I just said that. Ideal scenario is Nia Jax winning the championship. I said that. Sometimes I say stupid things, people. But let's say Nia Jax wins the championship. I said it again. And Tiffany cashes in. That's the ideal scenario. And of course, we got the main event. Kevin Owens teamed up with Cody against A-Town, Down, Under, In Between, and Above. Now, the match itself was actually quite fun. I had no problems with it. Every worker in this match is absolutely amazing. Love watching them in the ring, in tag teams, individually, whatever the case may be. All I'm saying is, you don't need to drag everything. At this point, Austin Theory should smarten up. He should know, this man is no good for me. Well, obviously, Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes won the match. Solo's music hits, and they got attacked by the New Bloodline, which, on paper, I liked it. It's effective, it works. All I'm saying is, I feel like I've seen this for 3 weeks. And I'm not saying they shouldn't do that. All I'm saying is, do it in a different way. I don't know. Kidnap Kevin Owens in the locker room and beat him up. Cody's losing his mind or something. So that's actually not that bad of an idea. Kevin Owens all bloody and Cody's trying to find him. Gets attacked by Jacob Fatu. More blood. More blood. Love blood in wrestling. Love blood. Hey, but what do I know? I'm just surrounded by WWE video games, fake championship, and baby blue. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.